Watch the first 6 parts in the right order before continuing watching this part. Thank you very much. In this video, I want to make a distinction between feminine instinct and fortune telling. I shouldn't even have to make this distinction because the distinction is already there. It's a very big one. Feminine instinct and fortune telling are two different things. They are completely different. Feminine instinct is natural. Fortune telling is paranormal. It works like this. Females have an inner radar, just like males have. They can sense things. And on the emotional level, they can sense things intensely. I'm not saying a man cannot feel things in an intense manner by the inner radar, but females have this by virtue of them being females. And when a woman is distressed by alarm signals, she wants to do something about it. Which is understandable because alarm signals all the time are painful. You can even lose your mind because of it. So demons know this about females. So demons now trick a woman into thinking she has an ability she doesn't have. But by her believing in this ability, and that's the ability of knowing things out of the blue, you can't know anything out of the blue. That's impossible. You're either the Most High himself, and then you know absolutely everything, or you're a creature that did research. But just out of the blue, knowing something, it doesn't exist. If you get an idea out of the blue, if you get information out of the blue, it means that an entity transmitted that information to your brain. Either it's Holy Spirit that reveals something onto you, or it's a demonic entity. Just knowing things, poof, just like that, in a blink of an eye, just like that, it's not possible. I may have taken long in this video to explain this, but it's not possible. But this quote-unquote spontaneous knowing, which is fortune telling, is what many cultures conditioned women to think they have. They call it the sixth sense. Well, there are 5 physical senses, and you have your inner radar as a spirit being. So if they refer to the inner radar, okay, then you can call that the sixth sense. But what they in the world mean with the sixth sense is the ability to spontaneously know things. When you convince women that they have this ability, remember women are emotionally wired, they will seek to use it to either control or to manage life circumstances, especially circumstances that she considers too overwhelming emotionally. Remember, females are emotionally wired, biologically as well as spiritually. When women believe they can know things spontaneously, a familiar spirit attaches himself to her, because that evil spirit is a man. So this man, this demonic parasite himself to her energy field, he is in contact with many other evil spirits. And those evil spirits, they transfer information to him all the time. And this evil spirit, because he has a hold on this woman, he can transmit this data to her brain. And in her brain, she thinks it's her own idea, it's her own thinking. But it's really a demon communicating through her. That's why when you go to a fortune teller, which are often females, it is as if they're involved emotionally with what they're telling you. It can be that you went to a fortune teller concerning your boss, because your boss is a bit negative towards you. And then you have this fortune teller telling you, you know what? I'm very upset with what your boss is doing to you, but you know, it's not really you, it's him. And it's as if she's feeling what's going on. It is because the demon that's attached to her, or the demons, they are playing a film in her brain through telepathy. They are playing this film, and she, as a woman, reacts to this film. She's emotionally affected by it. And that's why fortune telling works, because the woman thinks the ability is hers naturally, while it isn't. She confuses spontaneous knowing with her inner radar. Now look, if for example, you and your wife enter a post office and suddenly she sees the help desk employee. She sees her, but she gets an awkward feeling, a deadly feeling. And then her husband looks at her and says, honey, what's going on? That's her inner radar. She's not aware what's going on. She can't know what's going on. Her radar just goes off. The husband then, noticing this, checks the woman behind the desk, and he noticed something weird about her too, even though he doesn't know what. If that husband has the Holy Spirit will tell him, get out of there. And they're out of there. What's going to happen later? The husband finds out that this woman behind the desk was a sociopath who was stealing people's data to make money on their name. So she was living at the expense of others. She opened bank accounts, she had subscriptions, she went on holiday, all using the data of other people. So when the wife saw the woman behind the desk, she sensed danger. That's not demonic, that's natural. Her alarm went off because that woman behind the desk, her energy field was intoxicated with rage, and she sensed this. The husband also sensed something was wrong, and if the husband is obedient to the Holy Spirit, he will avoid a lot of trouble. That's natural. That's the feminine instinct that this wife, responded to. Fortune telling is when they are at the supermarket, the wife and the husband, and suddenly there's a boy that walks by. Now, when the boy is a teenage guy that walks by, he works there, and then the woman tells her husband that guy, he has a crush on a girl in his school, but the girl is not into him, but the girl will use him. It's very sad. The husband thinks, how do you know that? This is the first time we see this guy. We don't know who he is, but you know things. And then when the guy who's working there comes to deliver their food, the wife tells the boy, don't worry about that chick, man. She's not into you. Just move on. The guy, the teenage boy, he's paralyzed because he thinks, what? I don't know this woman. How can she know that about me? It's a familiar spirit. When that boy the boys that works there, demons know him. Demons know the circumstance far better. And the demons knew that this wife, this clairvoyant woman, with her husband, would go to that Starbucks one day. And that teenage guy works there. So the demons wanted to impress this young man, used this woman to trick him into the paranormal. That's how demons do it. So you have feminine instinct, which is natural, and then you have fortune telling, which is paranormal. A lot of women don't know this difference. I hope they do now. Listen, lady, if you spontaneously know things about other people that you shouldn't know, that you can't know, don't assume directly it's the Holy Spirit. First of all, the Holy Spirit has his preference of working through men who are the direct image of the Most High. That's not sexist, that's just the way it's designed. You are a suitable helper for your husband, and you are an energetic transmitter in the human community. However, the leaders of the human community directly are males. That's how the Most High wants it, so that his glory is magnified throughout the earth. You have your role in it, but you don't have the man's role. I'm not saying the Holy Spirit can't reveal something to you directly out of the blue, or warn you out directly. The Holy Spirit can do that to you as a female. There's no distinction in that, but Christ always honors his own design. Demons, however, want to bypass Christ's design to use women to trick others in danger. Because what happens when a woman has familiar spirits that are using her to trick others? Sooner or later, those people are becoming attached to her, begin to trust her, and that's how demons get a better hold on those other people, and that's how those demons will lead those people astray. And this woman, not being aware that evil spirits are using her, will go from place to place, town to town, even from marriage to marriage, having all kinds of difficulties, not knowing that demons are causing those difficulties, said people pay attention to her. And why do demons want people to pay attention to her? So demons can use her appearance and a quote-unquote gift to trap others. So if you have a grandmother who's so-called so smart, she always knows what's going on with you, beware. Because some women are willing agents of the paranormal. They know very well that they're involved with occult and paranormal things. Yeah, they want to fool you, thinking it's just their natural gift. Or they want to fool you, thinking that it's from the Holy Spirit. They may even attend church and sing praises unto the Most High. They may even be quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite women. Or people that want to know the right name of the Lord. Don't fall for all of that. There are many quote-unquote Christian witches out there. They claim to follow Christ, but they're operating in the Kundalini spirit. They're operating in the paranormal. They have familiar spirits that are using them. You have them in the black community. You have many of them. You have them amongst whites, amongst Chinese, amongst Africans. You have them in all ethnicities. That's why, ladies, beware with the friendships you entertain. Ladies, if you have a friend of yours, a female friend or a female coworker, or maybe a female relative that always seems to know things, and she realizes that she can't know this, even if she's a busybody and she is watching people, she can't know all of this. She may be an agent used by Satan to harm you. I don't care how kind and sweet she is. Witches aren't those ugly old women that are stirring a pot filled with human bones. No, that's fantasy. Witches may be 20-year-old women who dress a bit like this anime character on the background of this video and are smiling all the time. Such women can be witches. A witch can be this 30-year-old single woman at church that's kind, always helping, and is always praying in tongues. She can be a witch. A witch can be a 15-year-old girl who is often sad because her father left the family, and she thinks she's sad because her father left the family. And she may be sad about that, but the real deal about the sadness is because she has a sadness demon with her, because she's involved in some witch religion, and she's not aware of the dangers that come along with it. So a sadness demon attached itself to her because she used a spell to get attention. And now she has attention. It's a demon of sadness that attached itself to her. And now people are seeing that sadness, that sad glow, and people feel sorry for her, and that's how she gets attention. But she's a witch. She's not aware that the demon is now using her to harm herself and others. So know the difference between the natural feminine instinct or natural feminine intuition and fortune telling. Those are two complete different things. Well, that's it for now. Keep agreeing with Christ. I'll make part 8 very soon. Be at peace.